Hey, what's going on? So, my wife and I, probably am not going to look at the camera again, as my wife suggested. We're leaving TFCon right now, and we're heading out. The convention was awesome. We videotaped a lot of it. You know, there was a lot of cool stuff, which you'll see, of course, but, you know, there's always a lot of stuff that just happens, and it's part of the TFCon experience. It's part of the convention scene and convention experience. I met some people there, some people I didn't know. You know, that's what it's about at a convention. You're walking up and down the aisles looking at stuff, and you bump into people. There was this guy from around the Pittsburgh area. I don't remember his name. But yeah, we bumped into each other. You know, he said something about my Transformers jersey, so that brought up conversation, and he asked me where I was from, and I told him, he told me, and I was like, oh, cool. And yeah, we went about our day. So next day came, and you know, hey, who do I run into again? That guy. And it was like, oh, hey, we meet again. And you know, it's just stuff like that. You run into certain people at conventions, and there's always certain people that kind of stand out, and I might have stood out a little bit with my Decepticon jersey that I was wearing, because I don't think anyone else had one. Saw an Autobot one, but
I was gonna say,
I love that Decepticon jersey. It's pretty rare nowadays. So, you know, and it's a cool scene. Something that happened that didn't really have anything to do with Transformers or the convention itself was, I actually met someone who knows me as DavetheUsher, you know, with my whole YouTube channel thing and uploading videos, and you know, he came up to me and he's like, oh, hey, aren't you DavetheUsher? And I was caught off guard, you know, because it's not like I leave the house and I'm expecting to run into anyone to say that to me. It's never happened to me before. That's the first time it ever happened to me. So that really blew me away, and it's kind of a humbling thing, and it's like, it's just really crazy, basically, that happened to me. And you know, he asked me if he could have a picture with me, and I'm like, dude, I want a picture with you. Like, that's nuts. Like, what are you doing? What do you think, I'm like a big shot now? Like, yeah, let's have a picture. So he took a picture with his camera. I took one. I had one taken with mine, and yeah, that made my day. Like, if that was anything for him, it was like a million times more for me. Trust me. That was just crazy. So I don't know. That was really special. It's not like I've been to a lot of conventions overall. You know, I've been to BotCon 01, and then in 2013, my wife and I went to a couple, like BotCon 2013, PowerCon, Shardacon, and now TFCon 2015 up here in Ontario, Mississauga. And I got to tell you, it was probably the best convention so far, TFCon 2015. And maybe that was because of the convention itself, meeting Peter Cullen. That was extremely special, of course. But what happened with that guy, you know, knowing me as DavetheUsher, that made it special. It was my wife, and it was our first trip together as a married couple, actually, so far still. So that made it special as well. It was just a very special convention. Got some cool stuff, met some cool people, and it was just awesome. My wife is holding the video camera and watching me babble on and on and on. And do you have any comments, Ty?
no, I just really enjoyed myself. It was great. Canada was great. The city we were in was nice. The hotel was good. We had a great time. So
yeah, it was a very special convention, and I already told Ty, like, we have to come back. We have to go to another TFCon. It's the world's largest unofficial Transformers convention. And yeah, it's a real genuine, awesome convention. I totally recommend it to anyone watching these TFCon vids, and awesome stuff. So thanks for watching these vids, guys, and I'll be seeing you. Good stuff.
Bye. I'm gonna wave. Well, we're in line to get back into the U.S. And there's Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls.
Very excited.
Ty, show Bailey. He's excited about the falls. Hey, Bailey. Are you excited about Niagara Falls? Hey, Bailey.
Bailey, look, you can see the landmark.
Hey, Bailey, you excited? You excited, bud? Good stuff. Hey.
Are you excited?
I am excited. I'm kind of sad to be leaving Canada. Canada's really cool. Apparently their money smells like maple syrup.
Yeah.
Is it like a scratch and sniff, literally?
Yeah, it smells good.
I think their money is
cool.
Pretty cool, yeah. Like it's weird but kind of cool, man. It's like freaky. My wife and I noticed that in Canada, I gotta tell you, you can say, all you Canadians watch, and you can say, you don't know what you're talking about, but there's kind of a 90s fashion kind of a thing, vibe going on in Canada.
It's just different fashion.
No, I think it's a good thing. It's kind of cool, but I feel it's definitely noticeable. We've really liked our time in Canada. I dig Canada a lot. I think it's a fun, happy place. One of the weird things we noticed, and I don't think it's just us as Americans just saying this, but they have like really nice streets. I don't know, at least
like the paving on the road.
The paving of the streets. At least when we were going through, like the major ones. The expressway was really nice, and the
signs are nice.
They had like these very like prominent lit signs. Not saying like they don't have nice signs anywhere, but I don't know. That expressway was some nice cruising. You know, it was good stuff. Driving on that. So
beep beep.
now we gotta get over. We're waiting to get back into our native soil.
See all the way down there.
So I mean, what else? What else have we noticed about Canada? I guess
it's just cool, but I wanted to show
Canadian flags, different fashion, different money. I don't know. It was a really cool place, and we hope to get back sooner rather than later. Right, Bailey? Bailey wants to come back. I took Bailey for a Canadian walk, stroll.
So did I. We loved it.
And tomorrow we're gonna hit the falls, Ty.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun.
Not literally. We're not jumping over.
I hope not.
We'll see.
All right. Bye.
Hey. So, we're driving home. We're actually very close to home. We're in Pennsylvania, of course, and we're coming back from our Canadian trip. Yellow light. We're coming back from our Canadian trip, TFCon 2015 in Mississauga, Ontario. And last night we stayed in Niagara Falls, New York, at the Sheraton. And the Niagara Falls area, Niagara Falls, New York, not the Niagara Falls on the Canadian side, is a very interesting place. I don't want to be one of those guys that just badmouths and complains, because, you know, I can only judge what I see, and I don't see everything. You know, who does? But man, the Niagara Falls area in New York it's interesting, but, well, I mean, what should I expect? Ty and I kind of agreed on that. It's a big tourist type of place, you know. It is just aimed at families and kids, and it's very... Ty, what would you say?
But not really, even. Like, there's one arcade, but the rest of it's just very run down, so I was
It's a little run down, and late last night, after Ty went to sleep, I kind of Googled a little bit, and yeah, apparently the area is not doing too well. And apparently the Canadian side of the Niagara Falls area has been more successful in the past, I don't know, decade or whatever.
It did look very beautiful right before we crossed.
Yeah, there's like this squared section of Niagara Falls, New York, and it has all the little tourist type stuff and the little cutesy restaurants. There's a lot of Indian restaurants over there, by the way. But yeah, there's the restaurants and the little things and this and that, and there was this, right next to our hotel, the Sheraton, there was this safari.
Oh.
The safari restaurant. Or whatever.
Rainforest Cafe.
The Rainforest Cafe, which was okay. It was totally aimed at kids. You know, I can understand. I can understand it. But that was the thing. There wasn't a lot of just nicer type restaurants. Heartbreak. Nice restaurants. And we asked a tourist info lady.
The concierge.
Yeah, the concierge inside the hotel, who was really nice. The staff at the Sheraton.
Sandy.
Her name was Sandy.
Susan.
Susan. Her name was Susan. You could say anything, and I probably would agree then. She was really great. We ordered room service twice, and those two dudes were really great, and we tipped them well because they totally deserved it. Who wouldn't deserve a tip would be the housekeeping. Unfortunately, the Sheraton Hotel was kind of a dump. But then, maybe at the same time, maybe we shouldn't expect something great because we had our dog, Bailey, in the back who's snoozing. So we got the pet hotel.
Or the pet room.
The pet room. At the same time, you know, pet room or not, you would expect things to not be broken looking, or the floor had a wet spot, and
hair all over the place.
Hairs in the bathroom, thanks maid.
Dave really has a hair. He does not like hairs in the bathroom. And I shed a lot, so if it wasn't even my hair, you know it wasn't great.
Yeah. So we don't want to be one of those couples, or I don't want to be that person that's
I mean, whatever. It was a roof over our head.
Where's
like,
the red
whatever.
carpet? Dave the Usher's coming. Ooh.
It was a roof over our head, you know. We weren't out in the cold.
Where's my royal treatment, damn it?
It was, you know, it was fine.
I wanted non-fat milk in my coffee. No, but you know, the hotel still did have room service. So yeah, the employees were nice. The thing about the woman who told us about restaurants and such, she told us to go like 2 blocks down, like downtown.
Like in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
At 9:30.
At 9:30, and it got a little like uneasy while walking. We're like, bumpy.
I mean, it's cool. It's
I don't know about this.
We didn't know where we were.
We were fast walking. So we didn't like it, and we went back, and we were gonna be like, all right, let's just do the room service. But before we got back to the hotel, we looked on the left side, and on the left side was this big building.
Literally across the street, a giant building.
This big building, and
it just was.
We didn't know what it was. There was no like, hello, I'm a sign. This is what this is.
Yeah.
This big building had lights, colorful. Let's just do it. We were walking around.
I thought it was like another like tourist like tour thing, maybe a museum. I didn't know.
We were having a workout. We were walking around
for like 2 hours.
Walking around, there was a lot of families with kids, and the families had death expressions, like dead eyes.
Like, oh God, someone help me.
There was a lot of kids, and oh man, big tourist type town. So we go to this big building, and when we get to the doors, we're like, well, no, I think this is closed. I think they're like repairing something. Or
yeah, it was like dead outside. We're like, oh,
dead feeling.
I guess it's
dead, man. Nothing's going on. But we get closer and like, all right, we peek in. And what happens when we peek in, Ty?
It was like, it was a gigantic casino, like bustling and hustling and bustling. It was like we opened up the sand cave from Aladdin. Like it fucking opened up out of nowhere, and there was just shit all over the place. And I was like, what's going on in here? Nice restaurants.
Casino. It's a big building. It's, for what it is, it's a good casino considering we're over here in New York.
In Niagara, New York. Yeah.
Niagara, New York. Ty and I got married in Las Vegas, of course, fancy style at the Red Rock Hotel and Casino, and you know, Ty used to live there, and we know Vegas, man. Nothing compares to Vegas.
I know my way around a casino, you know.
And it was this, maybe we're snooty, snubby Vegas people now, but it seemed like all the people there just didn't know what to do with themselves, and all the people going in there were just confused, like, what is this thing? This place.
It was interesting.
It was just so...
But then I don't know what happened with Susan.
I've never been to Atlantic City.
Susan dropped the ball because there were super nice restaurants in there, and it was across the street.
Yeah, Susan, or whatever her name was, she didn't mention
the gigantic casino across the street
that had a couple of nice restaurants.
She's like, Rainforest Cafe, or walk 3 blocks to a place that's already closed. Like, what?
There was a nice...
Shit out.
That's my Garmin talking.
Figuring shit out.
Alright, so we worked that out. Anyway, where were we, Ty?
Susan...
Oh, right. We went in, and the casino had a couple of nice restaurants, as casinos usually do. There was a nice Italian restaurant in there, you know, good stuff. We saw the menu. It's fine menu.
Sushi?
Yeah, there was like an Asian Japanese restaurant or something. They had some sushi. They had this and that. You know, those two restaurants right there would have been fine. We walked around for 2 hours looking for. Hey Bailey, how you doing back there? What's he doing?
Just looking out the window.
Yeah, but we would have eaten there. But after all that work, we decided to go back to our hotel anyway and have room service. So, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know why she didn't mention the casino.
It was like staring through time. Like it was just like no mention. No one knows a casino exists. It was like we went to a secret building.
From arriving there to leaving there, it was just like a mind warp of confusion and oddities. I don't know how to explain it really. About the Sheraton, the hotel, I gotta tell you, don't stay there. Yeah, we had the pet-friendly room or whatever. I wouldn't advise staying at that Sheraton. It was a dump. And well, if you like staying at a college dorm with a bunch of loud people, it's just, I don't know. Ty, comments on that? Maybe.
No,
Do you have the words?
Dirty, and someone was.
It's kind of dirty.
Blasting Europop all night.
Europop, and
Ow.
It's a college dorm kind of atmosphere, you know. And it's just no go, man. No go. The lobby was nice. It's one of those deceiving hotels, man. It's one of those deceiving hotels. So I don't know. You know, I want to try this whole Niagara Falls thing again, but next year, of course, when we go to TFCon, which we will, we're gonna come back and we're gonna stay on the Canadian side because I believe the Canadian side is a little better. But Canada has its share of shitholes, and let me touch upon this real fast. Canada was awesome, but hey, every country has its shitholes, and I'm probably going to insert the clip into this video at some point, I don't know where yet, but we tried to locate the Kenny vs. Spenny house in the Toronto area. As some of you may know, I'm a huge Kenny vs. Spenny fan. I love that show. I used to stream it. Some of you might even remember that stuff. If you live in Canada, you know Kenny vs. Spenny. You got it. And I just wanted to see the house. It's been several years since the show's been done, but I just wanted to stand in front of it and have Ty take my picture, and I would dance around like an idiot. So we went there, and the neighborhood where that house is located inside of Toronto is a terrible, horrible place.
It's like a crack den.
It's a crack neighborhood, a lot of homeless people. There was an episode, Who Can Stay Homeless the Longest, where Kenny and Spenny had to be homeless, you know, be outside. They must have walked down the street, and I think I even saw the park where the episode ended at. I swear, the park was right there from that episode, Who Can Stay Homeless the Longest. We probably passed Goldfield's pharmacy, who was in a bunch of episodes of Kenny vs. Spenny, because there was like a lot of Asian stores there, like a Chinatown kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were there. But the reason why I'm kind of phrasing it this way is because we couldn't exactly find the house.
In 1/2 mile, keep right.
That's Kenny Hans's voice as my Garmin, by the way. But we actually did find the house. We went by it a couple times, and, well, Ty, where was it?
It was gone. There was an empty lot there.
We think it's gone. And, yeah.
Unless I really messed up on looking up the address. I tried.
No, right.
It looked exactly like the same surroundings.
No, it might be gone.
But the lot is empty.
Because we counted down. Do you remember the number 228?
228, and it was 230, and then an empty lot, and then 220. So.
I think it's gone. I'm bummed. I was kind of bummed. But, you know, if it's gone, it's gone. Like, what are you going to do? So, oh well.
Continue to where you're going.
I mean, I'm pretty positive. Like, Ty, no. You had the address. That was the address because everything else fit. That park was definitely where they did the homeless episode and just anything else. So, there you go, guys. The convention was great. Everything was great. The road trip was great. Even the bad parts were great because they make up part of the story. They make up part of the adventure. So, yeah, we're driving home now. It's dark, and I I need to see where I'm going. I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. I hope you guys check out all the Transformer convention stuff, everything else. And yeah, man, more adventures to come. So, we'll be seeing you.